the Human Service Center of Forest, Oneida, and Vilas County.
In 2 weeks, a Jeopardy legend is back. James Holzhauer and 14 other champions return in the Jeopardy Tournament of Champions.
Jeopardy, weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
Nick Bolton here for the Tac Light Pro from Bell & Howell. Now, when you need a flashlight, you'll have one of the best and brightest on the market today. And when you need a lantern, simply slide it open to reveal a Cobb LED so bright it can fill an entire room with light.
Act now and you can get the new Tac Light Pro for just $19.99. But wait, click or call today and you can double your order. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-290-2215 or go to taclightpro.com.
You're watching NBC 12, your home for dramas, game shows, comedies, and sports. NBC 12, from where you live. Your weather forecast 24/7 on WJFW.com.
Right now on Newswatch 12 today, Wisconsin Republicans want to ban labeling food alternatives as meat, milk, or dairy if they don't contain those products. We'll have more on the proposal. Plus,
the clouds are finally getting out of here and we have a nice day in store. I'll have your full forecast coming up.
Leave the area. We have plenty of deputies in the area to protect your property, and we will assist you in your evacuation.
And dry and windy conditions fanning the flames of wildfires across California. Thousands of acres already scorched and some residents have been forced to flee. We'll have the latest. It's Friday, October 25th.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 today starts now.
Good morning and thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Marissa Silvis. Well, after a pretty gloomy and cool week, we finally have some changes in store today. For more on what to expect, let's head right on over to our weather center. And Devin Biggs in for Tyler Moore this morning with a first check of our forecast. And Devin, we are finally going to see some sunshine.
Right, yeah, we're going to see some sunshine and the sky has already cleared out. We have a beautiful start to the region today. A little chilly out, but temperatures will be warming up nicely. Let's hop on and take a look outside right now. We're seeing the moon this morning. That's how clear the sky is. We're seeing the moon this morning, which only means one thing: sunshine will be returning to the region later on today. Look at the radar satellite. Not much to talk about. Skies have cleared out. The clouds are to our north and to our south. High pressure going to be the dominant feature today. Temperatures are chilly this morning. 23 degrees in Tomahawk, 24 in Merrill, 28 degrees in Mosinee at the moment. Here is your bus stop forecast on this Friday morning. It's going to be a little chilly out, 27 degrees. Sun not rising until around 7:30, so it'll be a little dark out there, but mostly sunny skies will greet us today. And then mostly sunny skies will be the theme on the way home. 45 degrees, so warming up pretty nicely. So you might be able to shed the coat for a little bit, though, but may need a hoodie at times. High temperatures today, again, 45 degrees by around 3 p.m. Lots of sunshine will be here. We'll have your full forecast coming up. Marissa?
Sounds like a great day ahead. Thanks so much, Devin. Well, people in Rhinelander can get a bit of a spook tomorrow. The end of days haunted house will be happening for one night only, but we're going to give you a sneak peek this morning. Newswatch 12's Angela Kim is live at the haunted house. And Angela, we are now just a day away until people can get this full experience. What can you tell us?
Yeah, that's right, Marissa. We're less than a day away, actually. It's tomorrow around 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. And right now we are here at the Sprexo Slaughterhouse. It sounds creepy, right? You can see behind me creepy fence, creepy cobwebs, creepy pumpkins, all kinds of weird stuff. But it's going to be happening tomorrow, and it has a bit of an apocalyptic theme. It is the End of Days Haunted House. It's a really cool event, and we're going to be looking at how they make some of the decorations here, how you could actually give back while you're coming here, too. And also, we're going to take a bit of a sneak peek going through the haunted house, so it might be a bit creepy and scare you a little bit at home, but all in the sense of Halloween coming up, so it'll be a lot of fun. But for now, live in Rhinelander, Angela Kim, Newswatch 12.
Thanks so much, Angela. Well, Vice President Mike Pence had to cancel his trip to Marinette 2 days ago. Many were disappointed, but the city's mayor is hopeful that the VP will visit eventually. American flags still line the road between the airport and the Marinette Marine Shipyard ahead of Pence's planned visit.
A little bit disappointing. A lot of planning went into it, but we hope that we'll have an opportunity to see him in the near future.
The White House indicated that Pence's visit to Marinette Marine is expected to be rescheduled. Pence's planned stop in Kenosha County went on as planned. A Republican legislative leader claims attempting to impeach President Trump will only raise support among GOP voters to ensure he will win Wisconsin. Yesterday, State Senate Majority Leader Scott Fitzgerald said he thinks support for Trump in Wisconsin is stronger than it was 3 years ago. He says Trump voters are fired up because of the impeachment inquiry, and his support is stronger in suburban Milwaukee counties than in 2016. Democrats argue that their voters are also motivated to defeat Trump, so he will be denied re-election. Alternatives to meat and dairy can easily be found in grocery stores. Wisconsin Republicans want to ban labeling food as meat, milk, or dairy if they don't contain those products. A state Senate committee held a hearing on Thursday on the proposals. Bill sponsors say they want to protect Wisconsin's agriculture and dairy industries from what they argue is misleading food labeling. Democratic U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin has pursued similar legislation at the federal level. Doctors in Wisconsin became the first to warn of a mysterious illness related to vaping earlier this year. Now, more than 1,600 cases have been registered all across the country. 125 new cases were reported just this week. According to health workers, all the patients in this outbreak had a history of using e-cigarette products. Most of them also reported using products that contain THC, a primary component of marijuana. Those products are basically street drugs, and there's no way to know who makes them or what's really in them. California once again falling victim to major wildfires. More than 18 million people in the southern part of the state are under red flag warnings. And as crews fight the flames burning thousands of acres, some residents have been forced to leave their homes. John Lawrence has our report.
Wildfires spreading across the Los Angeles region, scorching the earth and leaving thick clouds of smoke in the atmosphere.
It's terrible, and it happens so quick. It's people don't realize within a matter of minutes this stuff moves miles, So it's just it's terrifying.
In North LA, the tick fire has spread across thousands of acres.
It's not good. So it's hard.
Governor Gavin Newsom says his state has secured a FEMA grant that will help bring resources to fight the blaze. Over in Sonoma County, the Kincaid fire is growing, and residents have been told to flee their homes.
Leave the area. We have plenty of deputies in the area to protect your property, and we will assist you in your evacuation.
Some people evacuated in the San Bernardino area where the old water fire is burning.
I grabbed some family photos and treats for the dogs and stuff for us, and then we met up and we've been waiting right here hoping for good news.
As residents wait to find out the fate of their homes, crews are working nonstop.
It's a seamless change from shifts every morning that the night shift goes off, the new shift comes on, and they put another 24-hour shift in.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
All schools in the LA Unified School District in the San Fernando Valley are closed today as a result of the fires. So just a very difficult situation for a lot of people. Well, coming up this morning in our international news, a leader of the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces says the group has talked to the U.S. about keeping American forces in Syria. We'll have those details. Plus, protesters want the Honduran president to step down, and yesterday those protests turned violent. We'll have those stories and more news from around the world when we come back.
UFTA? What's UFTA? UFTA is a store with over 1,000 different signs. Signs for any occasion or any location in your home, man cave, cabin, she shack, you name it. Great gift ideas. UFTA, yeah, you betcha. Located in the Wassa Center Mall.
It's that time of year to winterize, shrink wrap, or store your boat inside at American Marine and Motorsports in Shawano at great rates. Or keep using your boat this fall. Trade it to American Marine by November 30th. Pick your new dream boat from the biggest showroom in the USA and pay no storage or winterizing fees. Plus, no payments and no interest until spring delivery. Lowest prices guaranteed. Boat lovers, it's time to shrink it, store it, or trade it to American Marine and Motorsports. Shawano.
Don't get trapped inside this winter with stinky, stale, allergy-causing air. Professional cleaning of your air duct system removes odors and allergens that contribute to poor indoor air quality. Breathe easy all winter long. Call Clean as Can Be Services today for a free estimate.
Building, remodeling, or updating your home or cabin? Come to Dahlquist Heating and Cooling to find your new fireplace. With a large selection of stylish gas, wood, and pellet units to fit any decor and keep your family comfortable through all seasons. We offer 0% financing and provide 24/7 service. Dahlquist Heating and Cooling is family owned and operated. Visit us today on South Boss Lake Road in Rhinelander. Be sure to ask about our current specials.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half-mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U for an independent you.
And welcome back. A nice quiet morning here across the region. Nothing going on in Minocqua. In fact, I think that's also the moon right there. Also, we saw the moon in our sky cam. We're seeing it also in Minocqua. Here's a look at the radar right now. Nothing to talk about. We can tuck this thing away for the day. It's going to get a nice break. Nothing going on today. Even the satellite. Not much to talk about on the satellite either. The clouds are all through the north and to the east. We're caught right in the middle. And we got high pressure. It's going to be tracking in our direction today, and that's going to help things out a little bit. It might get a little breezy too, and I'll explain why in a little bit. We have high pressure here, a low pressure system just off to our north. It's going to impact us indirectly today. It'll make things a little on the breezy side. Temperatures right now a little on the chilly side, middle 20s in Rhinelander and Merrill and Medford, a lot of middle 20s, and Stevens Point 23 degrees at the moment. But lots of clear sky icons on the map. The clouds have cleared out. It's also going to get very chilly. Here's the wave of energy that's going to be moving in by Monday. It's going to make things a little chilly. Then we might get a little bit of a break, but really it's going to be a lot of cold blasts that's going to be happening for a little while. So once we get into next week, have the winter coat standing and start getting ready for winter, because it's going to be feeling like winter as we head towards next week. Let's break that down on our 7-day graphic here. We're normally supposed to be in the lower 50s. Saturday will actually be 2 degrees above average, so it'll be very nice on Saturday. Today and tomorrow will be the best days to get outside and enjoy it, because Sunday we start cooling down with clouds. Then look at next week. Yeah, not very good. Even 30 degrees possibly by Wednesday. Some of us may not even get out of the upper 20s when we start feeling like winter pretty quick. This morning, though, lots of sunshine will be expected. And look, 40 degrees by noon today. Going to be, again, a very nice day to get outside and enjoy yourself. Your futurecast today, I want to ask you to watch the isobars, these black lines right here. We talk about those a lot. Those affect our winds. They're going to be a little bit more stacked together as they head into our region a little bit by the afternoon. We'll start seeing them out of the southwest going northeast a little bit. So we'll start seeing some of those winds ushering in, which is why it's going to help us warm up a little bit today and tomorrow also. It's going to be hanging around. This is why we have high pressure to our east by this point, 4 a.m. Saturday, then just to our north, that low pressure system. And that's why we're going to be seeing some of those winds, helping to usher in some of those warmer air. And of course, the sunshine also. Just off to our south and east, though, we're going to be seeing a little bit of a wave of energy by early Sunday morning. It might skirt our eastern counties, but right now we're keeping it dry, as most of it should be fine. But we'll definitely keep you posted on that. Your forecast for today, not too bad. Perfect. Mostly sunny skies and beautiful today. Highs will be in the middle 40s. The southwest breeze at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, though, mostly clear and cool, and it's going to get chilly again. Lows will be in the low 20s, and a southwest breeze 5 to 10 miles per hour. 52 degrees on Saturday. Mostly sunny skies and perfect. Southerly breeze 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here is that Northwoods Furniture 7-day forecast and a Halloween theme, because Halloween is on our 7-day now, next Thursday. Looking a little snowy by then, but the good news is we have a few days to enjoy ourselves Friday and Saturday, middle 40s and lower 50s, and snow chances arrive by next week. Marissa?
We definitely will enjoy that. Thanks so much, Devin. Well, topping our look at international news this morning, a leader of the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces said they were holding discussions with the U.S. on keeping American forces in northeastern Syria and regaining control over positions lost since Turkey's invasion on October 9th. President Trump has previously said some U.S. troops will remain in Syria to help the Kurds guard oil fields in the eastern parts of the country. Kurdish fighters captured the main oil fields from ISIS and have since then helped finance their self-rule by selling the crude mainly to Syria's government. According to U.S. officials, the American forces would not actually guard the oil, but instead be present and work with the SDF to ensure that ISIS would not regain ground. Protests calling for the resignation of the Honduran president Juan Orlando Hernandez turned violent yesterday as police used tear gas to disperse hundreds of demonstrators in the capital. Protesters blocked roads with burning tires and broke windows in downtown businesses, and some stores were set on fire. The unrest follows the conviction of the president's younger brother on drug trafficking charges in New York after a trial in which witnesses implicated President Hernandez himself. The president has strongly denied the claims, which included drug traffickers testifying that they gave $1.5 million to Hernandez's various political campaigns in exchange for protection from security forces. Salvador Nasrallah, a television personality who finished second to Hernandez in the last election, leads a coalition calling for the president to step down. A crowd's laughter changed to screams of horror after a bear in a traveling circus attacked its handler and then turned toward the people watching. Amateur video taken by a woman in the audience captured the moment when the bear, walking on its hind legs, attacked its trainer, bit him, and knocked him to the ground. Another handler kicked the bear to try and stop the attack. Local media and witnesses said the bear then turned to other people but was subdued by an electric prod. There were no barriers between the bear and the audience. Russian officials say that they've opened a criminal investigation into whether the circus acted in a safe manner. Well, it's now 5:15, and coming up next this morning in our health news, trampolines may be a lot of fun, but more kids are getting injured on them. We'll explain. Plus, there are many risk factors that can contribute to breast cancer, including breast implants. We'll have those health stories and more right after this quick break.
Merrill Real Estate Auction, October 26th. 5-bedroom home, 10 acres, barn and pastures overlooking Hay Meadow Creek, being sold to the highest bidder. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions. WJFW has an immediate opening for an office assistant. Create daily programming schedules and assist with front office clerical work. If you have good computer skills, can multitask, and work independently in a fast-paced environment, email your resume to levans@wjfw.com.
My name is Sheldon. I'm from Wausau. I went to the doctor and I was diagnosed with a deteriorating spine. And finally, I couldn't hardly function no more. So I'm sitting and watching TV and I see Dr. Justin Sherrick come on there. I got right in the car and drove right down to his office. I started treatment that very same day, and that brings us here today. I'm totally pain-free. Can't thank the doctor enough.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery, just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
I was out here all day yesterday and didn't get a bite. Got my bait at the other guy's shop. Where'd you get yours?
Kurt's Island Sport Shop, of course.
Kurt's Island Sports Shop, downtown Minocqua.
Here's a great way to save money on your credit card bills. If you have 3 or more credit cards and you're way behind on the payments, we can show you a way to pay as little as 50% and have 0 debt in 24 months. Call now and learn how to reduce your credit card bills by 50% and be 100% debt-free. We always offer 24/7 help and a free consultation. Call right now.
The latest weather updates. Weather Watch 12. Weather from where you live.
And welcome back. A nice start to the morning. A little chilly though, low to mid-20s for current temperatures with lots of clear skies. We're going to have a very nice day with highs in the mid-40s.
We will look forward to that warm-up. Thanks so much, Devin. Well, topping our look at health news this morning, less than half of kids in the U.S. get enough sleep during the week. Researchers from Brown University surveyed parents of nearly 50,000 school-aged children. They found only 48% got at least 9 hours of sleep on an average weeknight. Those who did get sufficient shut-eye were significantly more likely to have a positive outlook about school. A new study reveals an increasing number of children are getting hurt on trampolines. Data from Children's Hospital Colorado shows trampoline-related fractures rose by 4% between 2008 and 2017. Researchers say the majority of these injuries happened at a recreation facility or a gym rather than on a home trampoline. And lastly, women unable to produce enough breast milk have begun turning to informal milk sharing rather than established milk banks. More than half of 650 moms surveyed on Facebook said they did not have any safety concerns about using informally donated milk. Nearly 80% said they did not medically screen the donors because they trusted them. Many of the women said concerns about cost kept them from using formal milk banks. The American Academy of Pediatrics discourages the use of informally shared breast milk due to the risks of spreading disease or potential exposure to medications, alcohol, illegal drugs, or other contaminants. Well, imagine beating breast cancer only to get it again, and then you beat it a second time. Hallie Pilot introduces us to a Florida woman who still has a long road ahead.
From stage 1 breast cancer to stage 4, Yvonne Lizarazo has conquered it all.
I followed the protocol with double mastectomy. I am right now NED.
No evidence of disease, for now, she says.
I received a letter in the mail that said that I have B biocell implants that are causing women lymphoma.
Her letter from Allergan explained the company recalled its implants in July after, quote, notification by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration of their recently updated global safety information, unquote. Lizarazo's specific type of implants have been linked to more than 500 worldwide cases of rare breast implant-associated anaplastic large cell lymphoma.
And for someone like me to hear the word rare, there's no comfort in that. I've been hearing that since the age of 27.
The FDA and Allergan recommend women don't get the implants removed unless they have symptoms, but Lizarazo's surgeon recommended exploring her options.
Don't panic. Come in and let's talk about it, see what we could do.
But her surgeon doesn't take her new insurance, and she says the last month trying to find someone else has been a challenge.
With my illness, I have to continuously be at doctor's appointments and having scans and having checkups, and I'm getting bills for thousands of dollars on a regular basis. I've already met $5,000 of my deductible this year.
She found a surgeon who accepts the insurance but still says she'll have to pay thousands out of pocket to get the implants replaced. And she says each day she waits, her fear grows.
I feel like I have a ticking time bomb. I don't want to wait for a third diagnosis to get this taken care of and kind of roll the dice. That's really just heartbreaking.
Certainly a difficult situation, and we hope the best for her. Well, coming up next in sports, the Packers. They are getting ready to go up against Kansas City on Sunday, and there's a chance that KC's quarterback could play after getting injured. We'll hear from both Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur on their thoughts on the possible return. Plus, Devin will have his travel forecast after this quick break.
For a limited time at Home Furniture, spend $9.99 or more, get 7% tax relief. Spend even more and get double tax relief, plus free shipping and no interest financing for 12 months. Tax relief savings only at Home Furniture. Now open in Wausau Center Mall.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next project with 11% off everything. Update your home with the beauty and durability of wall and floor tile from Mohawk. Mohawk features a large selection of ceramic, porcelain, and glass tile in the latest styles to add a distinctive touch to your home. And best of all, get 11% off on our entire selection of Mohawk tile. Finish all of your projects with 11% off everything right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Picture it, Golden Girls with puppets. You heard me, puppets. Need we say more? Get your tickets now at thatgoldengirlshow.com.
Here's an anonymous note. Rest in peace to all the famous people we know about who died from drug and alcohol abuse. Who's next? You? A family member? You can stop this kind of death in its tracks. Call the Drug and Alcohol Detox and Treatment Helpline now for help. If you have insurance, we can put you or a loved one in a program to eliminate the drugs and alcohol in 7 to 30 days. Change your life now. Rest in peace, every singer or movie star who died from drug or alcohol abuse. An overdose or death from alcohol does not have to be in your life today. Learn how to eliminate drugs and alcohol from your life. Call the Drug and Alcohol Detox and Treatment Helpline now for a free chat with an experienced counselor.
Call 866-899-3865. That's 866-899-3865.
Looking for accents and decor to create a beautiful room? Shop The Market, a new store full of decor inside all home furniture showrooms. You'll find lamps, art, accents, and a large, colorful selection of candles, all at values you won't find anywhere. The Market, now open inside home furniture.
Welcome back. The 6-1 Packers and 5-2 Kansas City play on Sunday night right here on NBC. Kansas City quarterback Patrick Mahomes was injured last Thursday and surprised many by returning to practice this week. We still don't know if Mahomes will play on Sunday night, but he remains the talk of Green Bay.
Obviously, he's an extremely talented player. You know, I love putting on the film and watching him and his arm angles and throwing ability and eye manipulation. You know, he's an extreme talent in the league, and the league's obviously better when he's playing.
Packers head coach Matt LaFleur sees a lot of similarities between the two quarterbacks.
They take pride in kind of giving some no-lookers at times and just making off-platform throws and changing arm angles, and not to mention just the arm strength and accuracy.
Now, the two first-place teams will play on Sunday night, and you can see the game right here on Newswatch 12. So a lot of people looking forward to that, Devin. And this morning, we are looking forward to a really nice day ahead, but it's still a little cool out to start.
Yes, it is cool out to start this morning, Marissa, but the good news is it's not going to be lasting long. The clouds have cleared out, and we have a very nice day in store for us. Currently outside, it's still chilly, 24 degrees in Rhinelander. Winds, thankfully, they're light out of the west at 3 miles per hour. It's still not much of a wind chill, thank goodness, but it is a little cold out there. Temperatures across the region, though, still pretty cold, 27 degrees in Phillips, 24 in Medford, and also in Wisconsin Rapids. Radar satellite, not much to show, at least in our neck of the woods. Very clear. Clouds to our north and clouds to our south. Here is your travel forecast for this Friday as we head out the door. It's going to be pretty nice. Lots of sunshine, highs in the upper 40s to low 50s across the region. Panning further to the east, a little cooler though, middle 40s across the region, even some upper 40s. But if you're going down to the south, like maybe in the parts of Illinois, 52 degrees in areas like Chicago. We will have more news and weather coming up after the break.
LDF Country Market is a full-service grocery store with the area's lowest gas prices. Quality, selection, priced right in one stop. Shop our always fresh produce, locally sourced from area farms when available. Make meals easy with hand-cut meats from our legendary butchers. You'll make mouths water. Enjoy hot and ready deli meals cooked daily just for you. Browse a large selection of handcrafted, authentic Native American jewelry. Join our rewards club and save with weekly specials at ldfcountrymarket.com.
Journey to North Star Mohican Casino Resort, where winning, excitement, and entertainment unite. This October, we're giving away over $350,000 in cash and prizes, including our Hell on Wheels Classic Muscle Car giveaway. Receive one entry for every 25 points earned daily all month long. And don't forget to let the ghoul times roll at our Halloween party October 26th. Come to where the stars align at North Star Mohican Casino Resort in Bowler, Wisconsin.
Do you have a drawer full of knives but nothing sharp? Introducing the Bavarian Edge, the innovative knife sharpener with independent spring action arms that will make your old blades razor sharp in seconds. Look, it's so different because it has two independent spring action sharpeners made of ultra hard tungsten carbide that flex and contour to any blade or angle. It can even sharpen serrated knives. This frozen steak is rock hard, and a butter spreader isn't for cutting. But after just a few passes through the Bavarian Edge, it's so sharp it cuts right through this frozen steak like a hot knife through butter. Bavarian Edge can even sharpen a credit card. It cuts this tomato with ease. Call now and get the Bavarian Edge knife sharpener for just $19.99. Now you can double the offer. Just pay a separate fee. There's more. We'll ship it to you free. Click or call right now.
Call 1-800-851-3036. That's 1-800-851-3036. Call or visit BavarianEdge.com. Order now.
You're watching Newswatch 12 Today with Marissa Silvas, Angela Kim, and Tyler Moore.
Good morning, and thanks for waking up with us. It is Friday, October 25th. A Milwaukee woman entrusted with helping at-risk girls is now accused of trafficking them. The victim said that they met with the woman when she was a worker at the treatment facility for adolescent girls. But instead of protecting them, police say that she forced them into prostitution. Terry Sater has our story.
Samaria Williams and Kendra Bay of Milwaukee are accused of child sex trafficking. Police say Bay met at least 2 teens at the Milwaukee Academy on Brown Deer Road while working at the facility. Milwaukee Academy is supposed to be a safe haven and treatment facility for adolescent girls, some who have already been victims of child sex trafficking.
Hi there. Hi, Terry Sater from Channel 12. Yes. We are doing a story about an employee, Kendra Bay, who used to work here. She's mentioned in a criminal complaint.
A worker there told me she didn't know about the allegations. The victims say Bay and Williams ended up picking up both girls after they were no longer living at the academy and took them to Chicago, where they were going to do prostitution activities. The girls were also forced into sex acts with strangers in Milwaukee.
According to the criminal complaint, some of the child sex trafficking charges lead to a home near here at 31st and Wells.
The girls told police Bay posted ads on Backpage with random names, pictures, and phone numbers and sold the teens for sex with strangers for several $100s a day each in Iowa, Minnesota, Tennessee, and other Wisconsin cities, as well as several Milwaukee area homes.
The criminal complaint says some of the prostitution happened here at the Royal Gardens condos on Brown Deer Road.
We tried unsuccessfully to track down Bay and Williams, who court records indicate are on the run, facing arrest warrants.
Now, the allegations stem from 2015, and the Academy says that Bay passed a criminal background check and that she worked there for 3 months before she was fired for failing to show up for work. Well, outdoors, we are waking up to some chilly temperatures once again, but we have some changes on the way. For more on that, let's head right on over to our weather center, and Devin Biggs in for Tyler Moore this morning. And Devin, cool out, but we're going to see some sunshine. Finally, we've been waiting all week for it, right?
Finally, we've waited all week for this, and the skies have actually already cleared out. We just have to wait for the sun to rise, and the rest of the day will be perfect. Let's take a look outside right now on our sky cam. We can see the moon a little bit this morning, and even though there isn't much of the moon showing, our sky cam is showing it beautifully, and that's just a good taste of what's to come today. Our radar satellite, not much in our neck of the woods. It's all to the south and to the north. We won't see much of anything in our neck of the woods today. It is going to be perfect. 24 degrees right now in Rhinelander. Mosinee, you're at 27 degrees. I want to call your attention down to Rome. 19 degrees. I'm not sure how valid that is. It probably is very valid because it's cold out there in some places this morning. So it's definitely cold down there in Rome. Your bus stop forecast this morning, upper 20s will be the current temperature when you send the kiddos off to school, as the sun will rise at around 7:30. Then we'll be hit at 45 degrees with mostly sunny skies when the kiddos come home. The rest of your day planner, though, temperatures will be rising nicely when the sun rises, eventually up to a high of 45. We'll have your full forecast coming up in a little bit. Marissa?
Thanks so much, Devin. Well, people can bring their kids or just come alone for a fun and possibly scary Halloween experience. Sprexel Slaughterhouse is hosting an end of days haunted house tomorrow, and today we're going to show you some of the decorations. Newswatch 12's Angela Kim is live at the haunted house with Meg from Sprexel Slaughterhouse this morning. And Angela, you're helping them with the decor. So what are you creating out there?
Yeah, that's right, Marissa. There's all kinds of decor going into this haunted house this weekend, and one of them is actually blood for the zombie. So here this morning is Ed. Good morning, Ed. Thanks for being here today.
I'm glad to be here on the news, but it's Gene. It's okay.
Okay, well, also...
Ed, Gene. You could call me Steve. Well, it doesn't matter.
Thanks for being here regardless. But you're teaching us how to make some edible blood. So how exactly do we do that?
All right, so basically when you have a haunted house and you have a lot of people that put the gore effect into their mouth. You don't want the toxic part in there, obviously, because we don't want nobody to go to the hospital. No. So with our 6th year, we figured out that for a lot of people, we have this concoction here. So basically what you take is about 1/3 of a bottle of corn syrup. You take about a tablespoon of chocolate syrup. You put about 15 drops of red. and then you stir it up to get where you want it. Actually, you don't want to add the blue because red and blue make what? Purple.
Purple.
Once it's purple, unless you're dealing with aliens, it isn't going to work.
People don't bleed purple.
Right. So you can get it as dark as you want, but it's perfectly edible. If you want to actually make it more look a little coagulated and crunchy, you could add oatmeal bits and all that stuff.
So let's take a taste of this. It looks disgusting, but apparently it's chocolate syrup and corn syrup. So, all right, I'm going to take a bit. Ooh, and it like drips. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, it tastes amazing. Your zombies must love being zombies. It seems like a lot of fun. Awesome. Well, you can see a bit of this blood and the haunted house this weekend on Saturday here in Rhinelander. And we're going to be back with more on this haunted house. But for now, live in Rhinelander, Angela Kim, Newswatch 12.
I think anything with chocolate syrup must taste great. Thanks so much, Angela. Well, 12% of the Wisconsin population received their flu vaccination so far this year. And one local high school turned part of its campus into a clinic to help raise that vaccination rate. The vaccination was provided by the Oneida County Health Department. The clinic was free for children under the age of 18. And a school nurse at the clinic says taking care of your body is the best way to avoid the flu.
I think the number one prevention against getting the flu is getting the vaccine, and then keeping yourself healthy, getting plenty of sleep, eating appropriately, and of course hand washing.
The next clinic will take place next week at James Williams Middle School in Rhinelander. Well, the Park Place public apartments in Merrill underwent extreme renovations to address some safety concerns. A ribbon-cutting ceremony helped celebrate the completion of that project. The 50-year-old complex reopened after 5 years of remodeling and planning by the Merrill Area Housing Authority.
Built in 1970, really small apartments with no handicap and ADA codes that today obviously apply in Dint in the early 70s.
Future and current tenants attended yesterday's grand reopening. Park Place has already received nearly 200 applications from interested renters.
When you do a huge, in this case, $16 million project with 102 affordable housing units at stake at 3 different buildings, that's a huge event for a small community.
Those who are interested in learning more about the improved Park Place apartments can visit the Merrill Housing Authority website. And the project was completed with help of funding from government tax credits. Well, still to come this morning in our consumer news, Subaru is recalling nearly 500,000 vehicles. We'll tell you what's being recalled and why. Plus, parents may not want a good scare when it comes to their kids trick-or-treating this Halloween. We'll have some smartphone tips to help keep your kids safe. We'll have those stories and more news you can use in just a bit.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Ag Country Farm Credit Services.
Ease the burden for those you love with advanced funeral planning. Contact Mike Bolger or Jill Yelton, your certified pre-planning specialist at Bolger Funeral and Cremation Services of Minocqua and Woodruff. For every challenge, there's a Honda ATV up to the task. Find yours at American Honda ATVs of Shawano. With the biggest selection, excellence in service, and the best pricing around on 4x4s, side-by-sides, and the new Talon 1000s, offering performance and fun for up to 4 passengers. American Honda ATVs of Shawano is where it's at.
Slumberland's Customer Appreciation Sale. Saturday and Sunday, our best store-wide sale of the year. Get an extra 30% off our already low Slumberland price. Pass it on. 2 days only, just once a year. Our deepest discounts ever. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor. And did you know most Slumberland items can be in your home in a week? An extra 30% off our already low Slumberland price. Saturday and Sunday only. Pass it on. Slumberland Furniture.
WXBR will be hosting our annual fall auction and concert Sunday, November 3rd at Holiday Acres in Rhinelander. Silent and live auctions, live music by Good Morning Bedlam, as well as wine and hors d'oeuvres. Great getaway packages will be available for bidding. Tickets are $20. More information available at wxpr.org.
Work for righteous and sweet, and if only my mind couldn't stay my own feet.
If you're a contractor or do-it-yourselfer, make Argonne Lumber your first stop. High-quality materials, personalized service, expert staff, and delivery are just some of the things Argonne Lumber is known for. Stop in and smell the lumber at Argonne Lumber, 2 locations in Argonne and Rhinelander.
The latest weather updates. Weather Watch 12. Weather from where you live.
And welcome back. It's a chilly morning this morning. We can look just behind us and on our plover camera. We can see the steam this morning coming from the areas in Plover. So it's a very cold morning out there. The radar, though, all nice and quiet and all nice and clear also. The satellite's not showing much of anything right now. We got clouds to our south and east, some clouds to our north. It's going to be a very nice day for us, because we are in kind of in the middle of 2 systems. We have a low pressure system right here. We have high pressure right here and low pressure in parts of Canada. These 2 areas right here are going to be affecting our winds coming up later on. Right now, temperatures are in the middle 20s, even some upper 20s being seen. Stevens Point getting a little chilly down there, currently at 20 degrees. Your temperature outlook over the next 14 days, though, pretty good probability of us being below average, because next week we're going to be well below average. We're supposed to be at around 50 for this time of the year. We're only going to hit that one day coming up in the next couple of days. And in fact, it's going to be on Saturday, though. 52 degrees will be a couple degrees above average. Then next week, it's going to get bad. So let's just say that, because it's going to get down to the 30s, even 30 degrees by Wednesday. May not even get above freezing. So winter is going to be making itself felt here across the region. That's really going to accelerate the fall colors. We added a few more counties to the pass peak today. So your time's running out to see the fall colors if you haven't seen it yet. The southern part of the state is still perfect to see some of those fall colors. Definitely a perfect time in the Northwoods. Your morning planner today, lots of sunshine will be seen as we warm up to 40 degrees by the noon hour. It's going to be a very nice day to get outside and enjoy yourself. The weather will be perfect. Here's your futurecast. I'm going to call your attention to the isobars here, these black lines here. It's going to be bringing the winds out of the southwest and northeast, indicating that it's going to be a little breezy today. Nothing too bad, and the winds will be a little breezy tonight, ushering some of those warmer temperatures, which will make it very nice not only today but tomorrow also, as temperatures will not only warm up into the lower 50s. Let's kind of pan things over a little bit here. We have a little system that's going to be passing by just off to our south and east. It should miss us. Wouldn't be surprised to see our southeastern counties maybe getting clipped by that a little bit. Your regional forecast today won't be half that bad at all. Middle to upper 40s will be seen. Even some warmer temperatures to the south, upper 40s. Might squeeze out a 50-degree reading for our southern counties. It's going to be a very nice day to get outside and enjoy it. Tonight, though, going to get a little chilly, mostly clear and cool. Upper 20s will be your only low. Winds out of the southwest, not bad at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow it gets better. Lower 50s will be seen for many of us across the region, not only for the southern parts of the viewing area, but also for the northern counties. Lower 50s will be seen, so it will definitely be nice. Here's a look at that Northwoods Furniture 7-day forecast, a very Halloween festive 7-day forecast as we say hello to Halloween on the 7-day forecast again. Sunshine today and tomorrow, clouds moving Sunday and Monday, but we say hello to snow chances on Tuesday, a little bit Wednesday, and on Thursday. We'll have to keep an eye on that. We may have snow on Halloween. We may have to bundle the kiddos up as temperatures will be in the low 30s. Marissa?
Thanks so much, Devin. Well, Subaru is recalling nearly 500,000 vehicles. The recall covers 466,000 Imprezas from 2017 to 2019, as well as the 2018 and 2019 Crosstrek. Subaru says that the engine computer can keep powering the ignition coil even after the motor is turned off. That could cause a short circuit and blown fuse. Dealers will update software and replace coils and front exhaust pipes if needed. Some of those same vehicles may have a second recall. A ventilation valve can fall apart, sending debris into the motor, causing it to lose power. Dealers will replace those valves or the engine if needed. If you have Spotify, you may be able to get a free Google Mini. It's an offer to new and existing Spotify Premium users. The music streaming service announced the giveaway for eligible Premium Individual and Premium Family Master Account users. It's available through November 15th or while supplies last. A similar promotion was offered last year, and if you took advantage of it, you won't be eligible this year. Subscribers who are will get a promotional code to redeem from the Google Store by December 31st. And holiday shopping kicks off even earlier than ever this year. There are 6 fewer days between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And Target has big plans for the holidays. Starting November 1st, shoppers can get free shipping on thousands of items with no minimum order. Bargain hunters will also have their pick of 1,500 curated gifts, most of which cost less than $15. Target also recently launched its new loyalty program, Target Circle. The free program will be offering special holiday perks for members, including first dibs on Black Friday doorbusters. Well, Halloween is just around the corner, and many of you may be breaking out your costumes this weekend. But before your kids head off trick-or-treating, NBC's Liz McLaughlin shows us some handy smartphone safety features to make the holiday a little less scary for parents.
Hey, happy Halloween, here we go. Halloween doesn't have to be scary for parents.
Take that too.
With smartphone tricks for kids seeking treats.
There you go.
First, when you send your kids out to trick or treat, make sure their phone is charged 100%.
Then bump to the top of their inbox by sending a text or starting a group chat with a neighbor or family member.
That way you can have fun keeping in touch with them as the night progresses, and they feel accountable to not just their parents.
Your smartphone's alarm can also come in handy. Before kids go out, you can set an alarm as a reminder to check in or a curfew to come home.
You can also keep tabs on their location with the Family Link app on Android devices or Find My iPhone and Family Sharing on Apple devices.
You can ping their phones, and even if the ringer is turned off, they're going to be able to hear those notifications.
Plan the route ahead of time with the Nextdoor app's Treat Map. Neighbors can mark if they're passing out candy, have spooky decorations, or offer allergy-safe treats.
Apps like Life 360 will tell you which routes that you might be considering might be in a higher crime area.
It's a good idea to use a handheld or phone flashlight to increase visibility, or go hands-free with a wearable.
It makes it really easy for them to want to keep it on and be able to have that with them at all times.
Staying out of the dark, even if they're dressed up like the dark side. Liz McLaughlin, NBC News.
Basically, what we've learned from this very first year is that birds that do have the antibodies showing that they had picked up the virus at some point, they're surviving.
3 departments of natural resources across the Midwest want to learn more about ruffed grouse populations, particularly how they're being affected by the West Nile virus. Coming up at 6, we'll show you the work they're doing to get those answers and what they've found so far.
Hustle on into Menards and save 11% on all tools and fasteners.
Or you could get 11% off a brilliant chandelier.
Why not get 11% off a new vanity to update your bathroom?
Finish up those fall building projects and save 11%.
Make an entrance with 11% off all doors.
No matter the project, you'll get 11% off right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
We love our Stone Innovations countertops. Stone Innovations was very professional. We have a rather unique experience here at the restaurant due to our limited hours that they would be able to get in and work, and they worked well within our schedule. Also, the pricing was a big plus for us. We're looking to create a really unique atmosphere, and we feel we really got that with Stone Innovations.
Give your business the look it deserves. Stone Innovations, Wisconsin's granite leader. Appleton, Rhinelander, Clover, Madison.
Lake Nokomis Cranberries Wine and Gift Shop is now open. Stop in for a free tasting of our cranberry wine and shop our selection of wines, specialty foods, cranberry soaps, and candles. Lake Nokomis Cranberries, located on County D between Lake Tomahawk and Sugar Camp.
There are never enough hours in the day. I'm always making trade-offs, sacrifices. But I'll keep going. Even when it feels like there's no way I can do it all, I won't give up. I'm doing this for me and for them. We're doing this together. North Central Technical College's virtual college, flexible learning, because our time is precious.
Tired of the same old playlist? Set your radio preset button to 106.1 FM for all your favorite artists. From Luke Bryan to Loretta Lynn, Blake Shelton to Johnny Cash, Country 106, the best country music mix for Langlade County.
Country 106.
Welcome back. If getting your finances in order was one of your New Year's resolutions, we have a reminder that you now have less than 70 days to keep that promise. And if you've been slacking, one financial expert says it's not too late. In today's Consumer Watch, Steve Nannis shows us 3 financial goals that you can still accomplish before 2019 comes to a close.
The clock is ticking down to the end of the year. Have you kept those financial resolutions you made back in January?
This is kind of crunch time because this last quarter is the most expensive quarter of the year with the holidays.
One expert says it's not too late. Here are 3 money goals you can still accomplish before New Year's Eve. Number 1, set up auto savings. Schedule transfers from your checking account to your savings account every pay period.
Instead of going, I'm depriving myself, it's, well, I'm paying myself now, right? So I'm actually choosing to pay myself so that in 3 months I can do what I want.
Number 2, track your spending and stop being wasteful. Download free apps or software that categorize your spending.
When we look at where our money is going, suddenly it gives us the freedom to know, oh, this is actually how much I have. And maybe I need to cut back on this over here if I want to spend more money on gifts.
And number 3, plan for next year. Take the time now to come up with a strategy.
Even just setting the goal of next year, starting January 1st, I'm going to be tracking my spending. And I'll go ahead and get the software in order right now.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Steve Nannis.
So some good tips there, Devin, and it's good to set goals. And I think a goal for everyone this weekend should be to get outdoors today and tomorrow because it looks pretty nice.
Yeah, the goal today is get outside. It's going to be very nice today. The clouds have cleared out now, and we just got to wait for the sun to rise, and the temperatures will rise with it. Let's take a look outside right now in Stevens Point. It's all nice and quiet out there right now. The lights are on the campus. Nice and peaceful morning down there. Current temperatures across the region, 24 in Rhinelander, 24 also in Medford, 20 degrees in Stevens Point. There's a few chilly spots in the southern part of the viewing area, 26 degrees in Antigo. Here's your radar satellite. Not much clouds across the region. Clouds to the north and some clouds to the south for us. We are nice and clear. We have a very nice day ahead for us. Here is your travel forecast here on this Friday. Temperatures upper 40s to low 50s will be very nice for the western part of the state. The middle part of the state will be a little cooler though. Middle 40s will be seen, and even some lower 50s as you pan south will be seen for some of those areas. So get outside and enjoy it today. It'll be a great day for a road trip. It will be very nice. More news and weather coming up after the break.
I've made up my mind about Reddingson's true identity. I'm going to tell Maine Justice.
I think we may have a situation.
Let's hope not, because if he does plan to tell the world, then we'll have to shut him up.
Dateline tonight, opening a box full of secrets.
It's the story of a family, my family.
To face the terrible truth inside.
Diabolical hardly begins to describe it.
Dateline tonight, 9/8 Central.
Beatty Family Dental is now located at 619 East Wall Street in Eagle River. At Beatty Family Dental, we offer complete dental care for all ages. We listen to you and identify comfortable treatment options that best fit your specific dental needs. We offer the comfort of sedation dentistry, laser technology, as well as time-saving convenience of single-visit crowns. Make your appointment and visit our brand new state-of-the-art facility, Beatty Family Dental, where we are passionate about treating you well.
Jen, Santa's elves are behind schedule. How can you help? No need to fret. Wild Birds Unlimited will be a sure bet. Santa and I were so happy with your unique and fun gifts last year, I'm back to choose more. Edible nest boxes, novelty feeders, lighted decor, and of course our seed characters are back. Wow, you've really outdone yourselves this year. Still offering free gift wrap? Absolutely. Only at Wild Birds Unlimited across from Walmart in Red Mountain.
Sign up for free to become a VetTixer and start creating new happy memories that will last a lifetime. Go to vettix.org to become a member now. VetTix, give something to those who gave.
You're watching Newswatch 12 Today with Marissa Silvas, Angela Kim, and Tyler Moore.
And welcome back. The severe storm that passed through the Memphis area earlier this week left widespread damage across parts of the Mid-South. A surveillance camera at Memphis International Airport captured this. A jet bridge from gate A27 was blown into the side of Concourse A. According to the airport, the jet bridge weighs several tons, but it was no match for the heavy winds. There were no injuries and no planes were damaged. The storm did cause flight delays, but it still goes to show just how powerful Mother Nature can be. And boy, Marissa, it can be very powerful.
Yeah, I can't imagine if you were in the terminal watching that happen. That's so scary. But yeah, lots of storms across the country, and we dealt with some rain ourselves this week.
Yeah.
But thankfully, it sounds like things looking up for the weekend.
Yeah, the exact opposite of Memphis is going to be today. Perfect weather today and tomorrow. Get outside and enjoy it. We're actually seeing peaceful weather today. Right now in our Plover sky cam, very nice weather today, and really can't complain right now either. You can see there's some steam off in the distance, so it's a little chilly out there right now, but that's not too bad though. Our radar satellite, no precipitation, no clouds in our neck of the woods. It's a great start to the morning. It's going to be very nice coming up for tomorrow and today also, for the matter of fact. We're going to see the winds picking up, as you can see on our futurecast. The isobars get stacked close together, but really not much will be in our neck of the woods today. It will be very nice. Here is your hour-by-hour forecast today. Warming up into the mid-40s by the middle part of the afternoon. It will be very nice. And then we have one more day coming up, though, with that nice weather. 52 degrees on Saturday. And then next week, Marissa, I hope you have your winter coat ready, because you're definitely going to need it, because 30s are in the forecast. It's not going to be fun.
I already pulled one of them out, unfortunately, because we've seen some cold temperatures and I'm a wimp.
Yeah,
but at least we have that nice day tomorrow, right?
Yes,
I know a lot of kids will be trick-or-treating, a lot of people going to Halloween parties, so thank goodness the nicest day of the week will be tomorrow.
Yes, it will be very nice. Perfect, yeah.
All right, thanks so much, Devin. Alrighty. Well, coming up next on Newswatch 12 today, we'll show you how some researchers are trying to find more answers when it comes to ruffed grouse and West Nile virus. Plus, people in the Northwoods now have a place to go if they get a tick-borne illness. It's a new center in Woodruff. We'll have that coming up in our next half hour. But first, you're waking up with Newswatch 12 today here on NBC.
For more than 40 years, the family-owned and operated Rennis Group has delivered quality, compassionate care to residents at 12 Wisconsin locations. Weston features Renaissance assisted living with beautiful private apartments, on-site full-time registered nurses, 24-hour trained staff, state-of-the-art security, and amenities such as a beauty salon, whirlpool spa, and access to advanced physical, occupational, and speech therapy at adjacent Rennis Health and Rehab Center. The Renaissance assisted living, independence with compassionate care. Learn more at rennisgroup.com.
Hey, I just wanted to...
Hey, there he is.
Are you looking at the results of yesterday's Constant Contact email? We were supposed to watch that together. I'm sorry. I can't even look at you.
Constant Contact. Try email and our new website builder, free.
I'm 52, but in my mind, I'm still 25. That's why I take Osteo Biflex, to keep me moving the way I was made to. It nourishes and strengthens my joints for the long term.
Osteo Biflex, now in triple strength plus magnesium.
Dear Mean Streets, I see your steaming potholes, your snarling traffic, blaring sirens, and crazy on-ramps. You're my kind of town. Let's do lunch. Saturday works for me. Later, RAV4.
Right now, get 1.9% APR for 60 months on a new 2019 Toyota RAV4. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Hi, I'm Dr. Justin Scher, DC with the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau. Are you one of the millions of people suffering with the symptoms of peripheral neuropathy? Your symptoms may include numbness and tingling in your feet or hands, difficulty sleeping from leg or foot discomfort, and debilitating balance problems. I have good news for you. You can now get relief with our breakthrough treatment method without the use of drugs or surgery. Our treatments help to heal damaged nerves that cause peripheral neuropathy. If left untreated, you may eventually end up with a walker or wheelchair, so don't delay. Call our office now to schedule an appointment to see if our treatment methods are right for you. We will do a painless neuropathy severity exam to determine the amount of nerve loss. If you qualify for our treatment, it can truly change your life. Start living your life pain-free. Call today.
Hi, I'm Jenna with Miracle Ear of Park Falls in Medford. If you are struggling to hear your favorite news and entertainment shows, come and see me for your free hearing test.
Right now on Newswatch 12 today, the DNRs in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Minnesota hope to gain a better understanding of West Nile virus and if it poses a risk to grouse populations. We'll have more on a recent study. Plus,
the clouds are finally out of here, and we have a very nice day in store for us. I'll have your full forecast coming up.
And dozens celebrated the opening of the Tick-Borne Illness Center of Excellence in Woodruff. We'll have details about the center's mission. It's Friday, October 25th.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 Today starts now.
Good morning, and thanks for starting your Friday with us. I'm Marissa Silvas. Ruffed grouse remain one of the most popular birds to hunt in Wisconsin. But the DNR wants to know more about how West Nile virus is impacting grouse. The first year of a 3-year study has just been completed. Newswatch 12's Peter Dubois has more on the results.
Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Michigan are working together to do a study looking at West Nile virus in our grouse populations.
The DNR hopes to gain a better understanding of the virus and if it poses a risk to local grouse populations. To do so, they're reaching out to hunters for help.
What we're doing is asking the hunters to collect blood and heart tissues.
These samples are helping researchers find out just how infected birds react to the virus. So far, the results are looking positive.
29% of the birds were either positive for West Nile virus antibodies or were suspect for West Nile virus antibodies. So what that tells me is that birds are being exposed to the virus on the landscape. However, they're either not developing any sort of symptoms or illness, or if they do, they're fully recovering from it. Some people may see that 29% and think that's a bad thing, but I think there's some good news that can be taken away from that.
These results indicate that ruffed grouse may have a strong resistance to the disease. However, the hunting season has been shortened until experts gain a better understanding of a population drop.
It's a challenging bird to hunt, and there's a lot of hunting history with our grouse, and so it's a special bird in the state of Wisconsin.
In Woodruff, Peter Dubois, Newswatch 12.
Now, the DNR asks the public to drop off any sick or injured grouse they find, and there is no evidence that the disease can be spread through handling or consuming infected birds. Well, outdoors, we are waking up to some chilly temperatures this morning, but we're in for some sunshine and a warm up today. For more on that, let's head right on over to our weather center, and Devin Biggs in for Tyler Moore this morning. And Devin, we've been, like we said, looking forward to it all week. So just how nice is it going to be?
It's going to be very nice today, but the best part is today will be nice. Tomorrow, even better. It's going to be very nice today. Temperatures will rebound nicely. Right now in Stevens Point, it's very quiet out there right now. Not much to really talk about. It's still dark out there. We'll see the sun starting to rise within the 7 o'clock hour. Your radar satellite, clouds to the south, clouds to the north, no precipitation near us. Got a very nice day on the way. 25 degrees in Eagle River and in Rhinelander. 19 degrees in Rome. It's very cold down there this morning. 20 degrees in Stevens Point. Radiational cooling, or that rapid cooling effect, is really going on this morning. 23 degrees in Medford. Here is your bus stop forecast to get the kiddos off to school. 27 degrees with mostly clear skies. They will need the coats this morning. They might be able to shut them if they're tolerant of some cool weather, because it'll be 45 degrees with mostly sunny skies when they come home. But your hour-by-hour forecast coming up today. Temperatures rising quickly once the sun comes up, eventually to a high of 45. We'll have your full forecast coming up in a little bit. Marissa?
Thanks so much, Devin. Well, finding a tick bite can make people pretty nervous, and rightly so. The CDC warns that tick-borne illnesses are on the rise, but now in the Northwoods, you can bring in a tick to see if it's disease-free. Dozens celebrated the opening of the Tick-Borne Illness Center of Excellence last night. The center is located at the Howard Young Medical Center in Woodruff. Aaron Beertzer said that the new center is an extension of Howard Young's mission to meet the health and wellness needs of the community.
And there isn't a person out there that doesn't know somebody who's dealt with a tick-borne illness, is suffering from one, or could have one in the future. And so to have a center like this here, brought to you by our donors, that's what tonight's about. It's appreciation for them bringing this to life.
The center will be part treatment and part research. Beardster enlisted the help of Dr. Andreas Kogelnick to be the center's director. Kogelnick said that he will be studying short-term and long-term tick-borne illness symptoms.
What happens in the short term, in the acute cases, when people show up with an acute tick bite and have a rash, or maybe don't have a rash but they're feeling sick, and maybe how that differs from patients who need more support and have longer courses of illness.
Kogelnick said the trend of rising temperatures associated with climate change has expanded tick populations. The Tick-Borne Illness Center of Excellence is the first of its kind in the Midwest. Taking you across the country this half hour, the funeral for the late Representative Elijah Cummings will be held in Baltimore today. Funeral services will take place at the New Palmist Baptist Church. The 12-term Democrat from Maryland died last week at age 68. He was honored as he laid in state in the National Statuary Hall in the U.S. Capitol yesterday. Former Presidents Barack Obama and Bill Clinton are scheduled to speak at today's funeral. The alleged Russian spy who tried to infiltrate Republican political circles is expected to be released today. Maria Butina pleaded guilty last year to conspiracy to act as an agent of a foreign government. She admitted to trying to promote Russian interests by gaining access to Republican groups. Butina has served 15 months of her 18-month sentence in Tallahassee, Florida, and she'll be deported to Moscow upon her release. Well, it's now 6:05, and still to come this morning on Newswatch 12, we're going to have another sneak peek at the end-of-day slaughterhouse, but in addition to some thrills, there's also a twist. We'll check in with Angela, and she's going to tell you how you can give back to a good cause while also getting a good scare. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Get away at Mole Lake Casino. One-night lodge stay, $100 in slot play, and food credit only $130. Take advantage of our sweet deal. Choose your room and receive $250 in slot play.
It would break your heart to see what we pull out of here every day.
Hey, can you give me some help? You guys need some help?
Oh,
sure.
Yeah.
JJ, what?
What's up, man?
How's it going?
Check it out.
Yeah. What are you guys doing out here?
We're just doing the right thing.
What's the dream?
My dream is for people to think twice before they throw something out.
I appreciate you having me out.
You can swing a mean net, man.
After your accident, call a tough, experienced law firm, one that has recovered millions of dollars for accident victims.
Because a good lawyer shouldn't cost you more. They should get you more.
Way more. The law offices of Hupy and Abraham will fight for every dollar you may deserve.
They got me $750,000.
If it's all about the money, it's all about the lawyer.
Hupy and Abraham got me over $1 million.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business. Call 800-800-5678. Hupy and Abraham.
Together we can make this year's season shine bigger and brighter than last year's event. Lights of the North Woods is a family tradition, and you can be a part of it. Lights needs volunteers, sponsors, and donations to make this a grand community event. Lights' main mission is to help feed the hungry and create a festive atmosphere in the North Woods. This year's event will be 2 weekends, December 13th to the 15th and 20th to the 22nd at Hodag Park in Rhinelander. Donate, sponsor, or volunteer now at lightsofthenorthwoods.com.
Join Mole Lake Casino for our delectable all-you-can-eat seafood buffet on Fridays for only $9.99. On Saturdays, enjoy our savory prime rib special with our luscious all-you-can-eat soup and salad bar for only $12.99.
And welcome back. It's a nice start this morning in areas like Eagle River. Nice and quiet. The parking lot lights are on and the pavement is dry, and it's going to remain that way today. A very nice day is in store for us. The radar is on vacation today. We got no precipitation in the region for the next few days. It's going to be very nice. In the satellite imagery, at least in our neck of the woods, it's taking a nice break. Got some clouds up to the north, clouds to the south of us, and really we got nothing to talk about for us today. We have a system all to our south here. We're starting to see some a little system to our south, and another system all to our west and northwestern parts of Canada. And then high pressure is going to be our dominant feature today. It's going to be very nice. Temperatures right now 25 degrees in Rhinelander, 24 in Merrill, still 20 degrees in Stevens Point and Phillips. You are at 26 degrees at the moment. Here's your future temperatures coming up for the next week, and you can see these colors right here. Yeah, those are heading in our direction. It's going to get cold next week. 30s are in the forecast. We may not even get above freezing during one of those days next week. And I'm going to cover up this part of the graphic right here because you definitely don't want to see that. 52 degrees will be the best day tomorrow to get outside and enjoy it. 45 degrees today. It'll be very nice also. And then I'll uncover and reveal the bad news. Yeah, we got some colder temperatures on the way. 30, man, we can get above freezing on Wednesday and Thursday. We may struggle as well. So winter definitely making its presence felt as we get ready to wrap up October. Here's your morning planner. 40 degrees by the noon hour today with lots of sunshine on the graphic. So it's going to be very nice coming up later today. Here is your future cast. Not much to talk about for us. Lots of clear skies will be seen. Calling your attention to the isobars here a little bit. These black lines here are going to be tightening up a little bit as we head towards the evening hours coming up tonight. So we may see a little bit of wind coming up later tonight. We're seeing a breeze this morning, though, not too bad. So this will help to usher in some warmer temperatures today and tomorrow also. This will be a great day to get outside. Then we're going to have another system kind of tracking off to our south a little bit here. It's going to miss us for the most part. I wouldn't be surprised to see it kind of clipping our southeastern counties Saturday night, but right now things are looking fine. Here is your forecast for today. Middle to upper 40s will be seen for many of us, maybe farther to the south, upper 40s. Maybe Adams kind of may hit 50 a little bit, but everyone, lots of sunshine will be seen. Tonight, though, won't be too bad either. Mostly clear sky. Just a little cool, though. 29 degrees. Winds will be out of the southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then tomorrow, though, lower 50s will be seen. It'll be very nice all across the region. Mostly sunny skies will be seen. Nothing to really complain about. The weather will be nice. And here's a look at your Halloween theme. Northwoods Furniture's 7-day forecast as the mummy dances across the screen. Halloween is on the map. Thursday is Halloween. It's going to be a little snowy, though. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But otherwise, the good news to report today and tomorrow, middle 40s to low 50s with both sunshine in the forecast. Clouds move on Sunday. Again, the snow chances arrive next week. Marissa?
All righty, thanks so much, Devin. And speaking of Halloween, tomorrow night you can get a good scare while also giving to a good cause. The End of Days Haunted House in Rhinelander will be opening starting at 4 p.m. And there's a way that you can give back when you visit the haunted house. Newswatch 12's Angela Kim is live this morning at the haunted house, and she is joined by Meg. Good morning to you two.
Good morning, Marissa. Yeah, it's always great to find some way to give back on the holidays, and I think Halloween should count as one of them, too. So here this morning to tell us more about how you can do that this weekend is Meg. Good morning, Meg. Thanks for being here today.
Good morning. I'm glad to be here.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, okay, first off, we have a huge bin of stuff, and it actually really relates a lot to what people can do this weekend, right?
Correct. Every year we like to do something a little extra to give back to the community, not only by doing our haunted house, but for supplying for people, those less fortunate. So this year we chose the Personal Essentials Pantry.
Awesome. So what exactly can people do to be a part of this when they come to see the haunted house?
So we just ask that you bring personal essentials items. Those items include, toilet paper or razors or toothbrushes. I know a big thing that they're looking for is deodorant, razors, floss, toothpaste. Those things are in high demand right now. So if you can grab those, that would be great.
Awesome. Great. And it's great to see people give back so much. And the great thing about this haunted house, too, is that the haunted house itself is free. So are you looking more for the donation aspect of everything?
We do really appreciate the donations. We also do have a cash box that's put out. Those donations help us to make improvements on the house every year and give you a little bit more scare.
Awesome. So how many items should people be bringing, or how many items do you suggest they bring?
I don't suggest that they have to bring anything. This is completely free. I don't want you to feel like in order to come to the house, you have to give us money or you have to bring an item. This is for you guys. We did this just for the community, just for the love of it. But in addition, if you have items that you can donate or a little bit of cash you can throw in the box to help us continue doing this next year, we really appreciate it.
Awesome. Great. So a lot of good causes there. But of course, we want to know more about the haunted house. So we're going to be walking through it a little later there. And it's actually going to be pretty scary from what it sounds like. There's going to be some pretty creepy monsters down there, too. So something to look forward to. But for now, live in Rhinelander, Angela Kim, Newswatch 12.
We know Angela scares very easily, so I love that, and we hope that you get scared a lot more. I can't wait. Thanks so much, Angela. Well, coming up this morning, we have what's trending, including a unique way that someone used a giant pumpkin. We'll explain. Plus, there are different types of Olympics in Vegas, and these people, they certainly had to whip out their cleaning skills. We'll have those stories and more coming up next on What's Trending.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Is your home in need of a makeover? Bob's Factory Outlet in Park Falls and Ashland is having a spooktacular sale through November 2nd. Get rid of your scary old furniture and save during the spooktacular sale. Reclining sectionals on sale for $19.99. Stationary sectionals down to $10.79. Stationary sofas from Signature designed by Ashley on sale as low as $4.99. All furniture includes free delivery within 60 miles. Browse our great furniture selection at Bob's Factory Outlet in Park Falls and Ashland today.
Whoa, fresh cracked egg, Canadian bacon, melty cheese, all in a toasty English muffin.
Wake up breakfast with McDonald's.
Try any size freshly brewed McCafe Premium Roast Coffee for just $1.
There's only one place to turn for your local and high school sports highlights, analysis, and more. Friday Night Blitz on Newswatch 12, Fridays at 10 p.m. Brought to you by Elison Realty and the Pool People.
My secret to making the holiday season a little less stressful? Save more on the go. I use my phone or computer to fill my Save More Marketplace online cart with everything I need to prepare my holiday meals. Plus, I can order a complete fully cooked meal for those days that I don't have time to cook, just like homemade. And they deliver it right to my door the same day with the freshest quality food guarantee, leaving me more time to celebrate.
Go to SaveMoreMarketplace.com to shop right now.
Hi, I'm IC. For many former servicemen and women with post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury, the battle doesn't always end when they come home. American Humane rescues animals needing forever homes and trains them to become free, life-saving service dogs for veterans in need. If you're a veteran or know a veteran struggling, go to AmericanHumane.org to learn about their Pups for Patriots program. Let's give our veterans a fighting chance.
Football Night in America, brought to you by Aspirus. Passion for excellence, compassion for people.
It's about 6:15 and time now for What's Trending. Well, an Olympics of a different variety, right? The competition is really stiff, the skills are unmatched, and speed also plays a factor. Take a look. It's the Housekeeping Olympics. Hundreds of the hardest working Las Vegas men and women in the hospitality industry went head-to-head on Wednesday night in a fastest bed-making contest, a confetti vacuuming showdown, and also a toilet paper toss competition. And this all went down at Mandalay Bay, and there were team as well as individual awards and entertainment, as you see there. The team from the Venetian came out on top, followed by the teams from the Mirage and Circus. So how fun for them to get the opportunity to show off those skills. And of course, there have to be, I would say, at least thousands of hospitality workers in Vegas with all the different hotels and resorts that are there.
And I'm sure how much practice they had got to do too. I mean,
yes.
The contest is probably how fast they get stuff cleaned up and how good it looks, right? So it's probably like just going like 100 miles an hour. They're
right.
just trying to get that happen. It's very funny.
I know.
I have never heard of something like this.
I know, and they're used to having to use that speed every day. How are your cleaning skills?
I mean, whenever
Devin
I do,
needs a maid, apparently.
When I do clean, it's good, but when I don't clean, that's when my mom comes after me.
Just put it off. I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, procrastination is a struggle.
Yeah. Same with me. Yeah, cleaning's not my favorite thing. But yeah.
Yeah, but it looks good though. I know Angela would kill me if I didn't clean up my apartment. So yeah, she likes to keep things clean as well. But it's definitely a very important thing.
Yeah, she's checked in on you before. Yep.
Yeah, right. So yeah, this next story, it's definitely one I have never heard before either. It's definitely a little cringing a little bit too, but in an interesting way. There's nothing too outlandish for the Guinness Book of World Records, and one group of martial artists in Western India just proved that in a dangerous stunt that left many astonished. A 9-member team of martial artists broke their own record of most layered bed of nail sandwich. And yes, the nails that you hammer down. The men lied on top of each other with 4 to 6 inches of nails placed between them as the audience watched them create history. The team was led by Guinness World Record holder and martial arts expert Visby Karate and his team broke their own record, which was previously made with 8 people. What? That's kind of the best word I can use to describe.
That is some pretty cool video. I just want to say I would not want to be the guy on the bottom, right?
No, because that's got the most weight. I will tell one story, though, from my physics class. We did have a little bed of nails also that they had to stand on, but obviously with shoes on, so the laws of physics kind of works out a little bit to where it's not so painful, but obviously don't try this at home, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I really need to see, but and I love too that they just wanted to keep one-upping themselves. You know, they already had the record, but why not add another guy on top?
Maybe 10 next year?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but good for them, right?
Good for them, right?
Yeah.
Leave me out of it.
Yeah, I know. Well, and this statement kind of goes with them too, right? It's we're going to say go big or gourd home. Yes, I actually did just say that. A farmer in Cleveland, Tennessee, he knows what's up. After trying for 4 years to grow a massive pumpkin, Justin Ownby finally did it. He grew this 910-pounder, something his wife says that he took care of every day since May. Well, after Justin hollowed it out to harvest the seeds for next year, he decided to have a little fun with his kids, and he made a boat out of it. He put the pumpkin in the pond on the family's property and just started paddling around. At one point, he even tried standing up, but of course that didn't go well and he tipped over. Justin says that he isn't going to stop growing pumpkins anytime soon. He's hoping to break the 1,000-pound mark next year. So that's an impressive pumpkin, and you know, we've seen pumpkin regattas and stuff like that before, where people do that. So yeah, obviously fun to see them float.
Yeah, you don't see that every day. I mean, I don't see giant pumpkins either. It's always very interesting.
Yeah, very impressive. Yeah, I'm happy with just normal sized pumpkins, but always impressive to see the big ones.
Yeah, definitely very impressive. And obviously, with it getting cold outside, many are going to be carving some of those pumpkins too, with a lot of good carving stuff. And right now, it's definitely feeling like Halloween outside. 25 degrees right now in Rhinelander. The wind has gone calm. There's been a breeze outside from time to time, but your radar satellite, definitely the story of the day. The clouds are outside of us. There's no rain to talk about. It's going to be a very nice day here across the region. Your futurecast coming out. The biggest story is going to be the wind will pick up a little bit today, but the clouds will stay away. Those black lines there are the isobars, which will indicate that the wind's going to be picking up a little bit going from southwest to northeast. So again, don't be surprised if you see that. Your hour-by-hour forecast temperatures, lots of sunshine, temperatures warming up into the middle 40s. Some of you may get a little warmer if you get lucky before dropping off again. Tomorrow it gets even better. As a mummy's dance across the screen again. 52 degrees on Saturday with lots of sunshine. Next week, though, it's not going to be very good. There will be wintry precipitation in the forecast. Highs only in the 30s, so winter will definitely be coming up a little early. We'll have more news and weather coming up after the break.
At Meyer Insurance, we'll take the time to ask you questions and explain coverage options to make sure you get the coverage you need. We check pricing and coverage options with multiple insurance companies. Contact Meyer Insurance today to find out how we can help.
Fall is one of our favorite seasons at Schrader's. Our boutique is loaded with the latest fall fashion and jewelry.
Check out our unique boots, shoes, and purses, fabulous fall home decor, and our adorable grandkids in our baby boutique.
Find something you'll love at Schrader's.
Saturday, October 26th, the Wisconsin Department of Justice is holding a free prescription drug take-back event. If you have unused or unwanted medications, ointments, patches, non-aerosol sprays, inhalers, vials, and pet medication, clean out your medicine cabinets. Don't let your old medication fall into the wrong hands by disposing of unused or unwanted medications properly. For more information on locations and accepted items, visit doseofreality@wi.gov. This information is brought to you by the Human Service Center of Forest, Oneida, and Vilas County.
Hi, I'm Tammy from Arpin, and I came to see Dr. Scher with severe lower back pain and nerve pain, and I was also unable to walk or stand without any help. Many of my appointments I needed to use a walker, and I was having a hard time even getting to his appointments riding in a vehicle. He was able to get me moving again, doing the things I love to do. I was able to get rid of my walker. I was able to ride in a vehicle longer than an hour. I am forever grateful to him and his wonderful staff.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery, just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Builders Service Incorporated, Elko.
Time now for some news you can use. Well, you may have been focusing on eating healthy this week, but today you can have a cheat day and not feel guilty about it. Friday is National Greasy Foods Day, and we aren't sure how this day originated or why, but really who cares? There are so many yummy greasy choices: French fries, fried chicken, nachos, burgers, pizza, or onion rings. So why don't you celebrate and give yourself permission to indulge for just today? But of course, Devin, we don't want people to go crazy. Not too much greasy food, but everything in moderation, maybe just a little bit. Do you like greasy food?
Yeah, I definitely enjoy some of the food that definitely gets served. It's always very yummy. But right now outside, it's definitely not too bad outside here this morning. It's a little chilly out. You'll need a jacket out, but definitely not too bad. Temperatures right now, actually, let's take a look at our sky cam, excuse me. Right now in Stevens Point, everything is all nice and quiet. Nothing to really talk about at all. Temperatures right now, definitely chilly out there. 25 in Rhinelander, 26 in Antigo, 27 degrees in Mosinee. Here is that radar satellite. Nothing to talk about. Good news to report. Clouds to the south, clouds to our north. Going to be very nice and quiet for us, and it's going to be a very nice day. Here is your travel forecast as we start off this beautiful Friday morning. Upper 40s to low 50s will be seen, maybe even some middle 50s to the south. Panning across the middle part of the state, middle to upper 40s will be seen for most of us with lots of sunshine. And we'll even see some 50s as we pan farther to the south. So again, I can't really complain about the weather, but it will be a very nice day. Here is today's Birthday Club.
Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio has designed beautiful and functional kitchens and baths in the Northwoods. With in-home consultation available, they provide 3D drawings of your spaces to bring your visions to life. Owner and designer Sarah has over 20 years of experience, overseen 500-plus projects, and built strong relationships with local contractors providing superior installation. Whether it's a new home or a remodel, Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio in Eagle River looks forward to making your dream kitchen or bath a reality.
What will you find inside You Bake? The largest selection of frozen dough and ready-to-bake cookies, pies, and more. Over 60 types of cookie dough, over 30 varieties of bread dough, more than 20 pies to choose from. 30 types of bulk flours, including a complete line of gluten-free. Over 100 varieties of fresh spices, a great selection of flavored pastas, fresh bulk candies and snacks, the widest assortment of sprinkles and decorettes, and the best cinnamon rolls in town. You Bake, Rib Mountain Drive, Wausau.
Cancer won't wait for appointments to open up, test results to come back, or treatment plans to start. At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, we make time for cancer patients. Time to answer questions, relieve worries, and turn indecision into good decisions. Because cancer won't wait, and we don't think you should either. Call or go online anytime to set up an appointment with our team of cancer experts. Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Appointments available now.
Play your way. Dine your way. Stay your way. Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg. Win your way.
Ease the burden for those you love with advanced funeral planning. Contact Mike Bolger or Jill Yelton, your certified pre-planning specialist at Bolger Funeral and Cremation Services of Minocqua and Woodruff.
Hurry in now for huge savings on firearms, bows, and fishing gear during Chase Outdoors 5th Anniversary Sale. Located in Cedar Creek Mall. Details at chase-outdoors.com.
Merrill Real Estate Auction, October 26th. 5-bedroom home, 10 acres, barn and pastures overlooking Hay Meadow Creek. Being sold to the highest bidder. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions.
Right now on Newswatch 12 today, as winter weather approaches, cool temperatures bring higher heating costs. We'll have more on how to keep energy bills low and also scams to watch out for. Plus,
we are saying goodbye to the clouds and beautiful weather is in the forecast today. Temperatures will finally begin to warm up. I'll break down your full forecast coming up.
They wouldn't let us in, and it begs the question, what are they hiding?
and House Democrats are building their impeachment case largely behind closed doors, while President Trump's GOP allies escalate their fight against the probe, and he praises them for it. It's Friday, October 25th.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 Today starts now.
A good Friday morning to you. I'm Marissa Silvis. If an unknown caller demands that you pay an overdue energy bill with a prepaid credit card or risk disconnection, chances are it's a scam. For WPS customers, utilities will not be disconnected for non-payment from November 1st to April 15th. If you need help paying for winter energy bills, you might be able to get some helpful tools from a winterization bag at your area food pantry.
So if we can find ways for customers to manage their utility bill, everybody wins in that situation.
For other ways to save, try the Wisconsin Home Energy Assistance Program through Social Services. If you're eligible, the state and federally funded program will add a credit to your utility account within 30 days.
We try to encourage people to look at that money and to kind of save it and continue to pay what they normally would, so that extra benefit lasts them longer.
In Wisconsin, nearly 250,000 people apply for energy assistance every year, and thousands more are eligible. To see if you qualify, you can visit our website at wjfw.com. And speaking of that cooler weather, it is definitely chilly and clear out there this morning. For more on what to expect for the rest of the day, let's head right on over to our weather center, and Devin Biggs in for Tyler Moore this morning. And Devin, chilly this morning, but we are finally going to see some sunshine and have a pretty nice warm up ahead.
Yeah, finally, right? We've had clouds, precipitation, and now we're finally going to say hello to some of that sunshine today. The clouds have moved out for most of us this morning, and it's going to be a very nice start to the day. The sun will be coming up in a little while. Let's take a look outside right now. Nothing to really talk about in Eagle River. The parking lot is dry. Just one car out there, and the parking lot lights are on. And it's going to be a very nice day. Look at the radar satellite. Clouds to the south, clouds to the north, going to be leaving us alone. And really nothing to really worry about for us. 29 degrees in Arborvita, 27 degrees in Mosinee, 24 degrees in Wisconsin Rapids. Here is that bus stop forecast to get the kiddos off to school. 27 degrees and mostly clear skies. The sun will just be starting to come up by that point, but it'll be very nice with 45 degrees and mostly sunny skies when they come home. So they might be able to ditch the jacket if they're really used to the cooler weather. But otherwise, they will definitely need it this morning. Here is your day planner. Temperatures warming up up to around 45 degrees later on this afternoon with lots of sunshine. I'll have a full forecast coming up in a little bit. Marissa?
Sounds pretty nice. Thanks so much, Devin. Well, many people will celebrate Halloween by dressing up in a costume or by handing out some candy. But one spot in Rhinelander is planning on giving people a good scare. Newswatch 12's Angela Kim is live this morning at the End of Days Haunted House, and she's about to give us a sneak peek. Good morning to you, Angela, and I just want to say I'm a little nervous for you.
I am so nervous, Marissa. I get scared really easily. I know you do too. It's going to be really nerve-wracking. But first, we're going to talk to Gene here. He's helped put all of this together. So, Gene, good morning. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So, tell me a little bit about this haunted house, because there's a kid version and an adult version, right?
Right. So, when it is about 4 to 5:45, when it's still light outside, it is a lot easier for the children because they can see some things a little bit better. But at about 5:45 to 6, we turn the heat up a little bit. So, we like scaring people.
And you guys have a fun theme this year, too, right?
Yes, it is end of days, so it's post-apocalyptic, so there will be zombies, mutants, and other strange things.
Awesome. And does it cost anything for people to come here this weekend?
Nope, it is 100% free. We just ask if people can bring some items for PEP.
Awesome. Well, great. Well, thank you so much. I want to take a look at this haunted house. It looks really creepy. I'm going to go through it alone, I think. We'll see. But okay, so let's go. I would only do this for my Newswatch 12 Today people, so I don't like getting scared very often. So let's go in this thing. Oh man, this is creepy. Okay, so it's a little scary. I don't know what to expect. Oh my god! Okay, anyways. All right, well, yeah, as you can see, there's some zombies, monsters, all kinds of stuff. Really, really creepy. But you can come this weekend on Saturday from 4 to 8 p.m. to get your own personal scare. Marissa, I think you have to go through this if I went through it too. You got to get a bit of a scream in there too. But for now, we're just going to hold the suspense until it happens again. So live in Rhinelander, Angela Kim, Newswatch 12.
We appreciate you taking one for the team, Angela, and clearly a lot of time and energy went into this and into scaring you too. So that's a lot of fun. Thank you. Alrighty. Well, now we're going to take a look at our top stories this morning. A ban on harvesting walleye from the Minocqua chain of lakes may be extended. The adult walleye population on the Minocqua chain had experienced a substantial decline. State and tribal fishery biologists believe that it's because of poor natural reproduction and problems with how many young fish reach maturity. A walleye rehabilitation plan for Minocqua chain included 5 years of no walleye harvest that made walleye fishing catch and release only. And now managers are recommending another year of no harvest, which would extend the rules until April of 2021. Managers are currently seeking input on this plan. Dramatic moments were caught on body camera as flames shot up from a Milwaukee suburb home. Just minutes after a fire broke out at a Bayside home on Monday morning, first responders got to work. Body camera footage from a Bayside police officer showed crews keeping a neighborhood safe. The officer ran into the home next door, evacuating those inside as fire shot from the home's garage. Firefighters quickly got that fire under control. Thankfully, no one was injured, but the fire caused an estimated $275,000 worth of damage. Taking a look at newsmaking national headlines this morning, thousands of people in California have been evacuated from their homes as major wildfires rage throughout the state. More than 50,000 people have been evacuated in Southern California as firefighters work to contain the tick fire, which has burned about 4,000 acres. Utility companies cut power to thousands of homes on Thursday as a precaution to lessen the threat of wildfires. Meanwhile, in Northern California, the Kincaid fire in rural Sonoma has burned about 16,000 acres since breaking out around 9:30 on Wednesday night. The blaze has destroyed at least 49 structures and caused evacuations for about 2,000 people in and around the community of Geyserville. 2 people have been charged with the murder of a 3-year-old Alabama girl. Jefferson County's district attorney announced capital murder charges against Derek Brown and Patrick Stallworth on Wednesday. On Tuesday, the remains of 3-year-old Camille Cupcake McKinney were found in a dumpster at a Birmingham landfill. Camille went missing while attending a birthday party on October 12th. The police chief says there is no connection between Brown and Stallworth and the child's family. Stallworth and Brown are being held without bond in a county jail. The Houston Astros fired Assistant General Manager Brandon Taubman after he used inappropriate language towards a group of female reporters. The incident occurred Saturday night in Houston's locker room after the Astros won the American League pennant. During the celebration, Taubman turned toward one or more female reporters who had been critical of the team signing pitcher Roberto Osuna and reportedly yelled, "Thank God we got Osuna. I'm so bleeping glad we got Osuna." Osuna had served a 75-game suspension for last season for domestic violence. The Astros initially downplayed Saturday's incident, but following an investigation, fired Taubman. In a statement yesterday, the team apologized to the reporter, Sports Illustrated, and everyone else who witnessed the incident. The Houston Astros play Game 3 of the World Series tonight in Washington, D.C. Well, developing news this morning, there's word of a new criminal investigation in Washington. The Justice Department has been looking into how the Russia investigation got started. We just learned in the last few hours that they're now taking the next step. NBC's Tracy Potts is on Capitol Hill to explain.
NBC News has confirmed that the Justice Department's look into how the Russia probe started is now a full-blown criminal investigation.
I think it's the most concerning development we've seen out of the Justice Department since Donald Trump became president.
This change could give prosecutors the power to subpoena witnesses and documents, call a grand jury, and file charges. Democrats call it a vehicle for President Trump's political revenge. Another career diplomat testifies behind closed doors Saturday. Senate Republicans are pushing a vote to condemn the whole process as illegitimate and unfair.
If we pull this stunt, you'd be eating us alive.
If they are going to be held in private, you shouldn't be leaking out segments of testimony.
Republicans interrupted Wednesday's hearing.
They wouldn't let us in, and it begs the question, what are they hiding?
But dozens of Republicans are already included.
When the Republicans talk about these secret hearings, I laugh because 47 Republicans have the opportunity to be in the room.
And if necessary, we will take these interviews off the Hill to prevent that kind of a charade.
Public hearings are expected to begin in mid-November. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
It's now 6:39, and still to come this morning in sports, we'll have highlights from some regional semifinal volleyball games all across the Northwoods. Plus, the Bucks, they kicked off Game 1 of the regular season going against the Rockets, but did they start the season with a win? We'll have the highlights in just 2 minutes.
We've all heard of Meatless Mondays, but after today's segment, you might start hearing more about Tasty Thursdays.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Major auto accident. Let's do what we do.
Serious injuries. Clearly our driver's fault.
No one admits fault.
So what's the plan? Delay? Deny?
What?
They called the law offices of Hupy and Abraham.
I think you should handle this one.
Call the firm voted best. Hupy and Abraham. 800-800-5678. Right now.
You handle it.
No, I insist.
Maybe we should settle this one.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,500 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during truck month, make no monthly payments for 90 days. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Sleep Central in Minocqua.
And welcome back. The sun is starting to rise here on this Friday morning. It's going to be a very nice day. Look, no clouds on the sky cam this morning. It's going to be a very nice day in store for us. And live radar right now, of course, no clouds, no precipitation. Live radar is going to be on vacation today, just like Tyler. It's going to be a very nice day. It's not going to be half that bad. Clouds to the north, clouds to our south and east. It's going to be a very nice day for us and nothing to really talk about whatsoever. Here is the cold front just to our south and east and high pressure. That's going to be our dominant feature today. It's going to get some interference a little bit from this low pressure system in the form of a little bit of wind, which will work in our favor a little bit with warming things up. Temperatures right now 25 in Rhinelander, 24 in Medford, and also in Wisconsin Rapids. Stevens Point still pretty chilly this morning at 21 degrees. And here's our temperature outlook coming up. We're going to be well below our average with good probabilities of that. We're supposed to be at around 50 degrees. Only one day in the 7-day forecast will be at 52 degrees, so a couple degrees above average, and we're going to be pretty chilly coming up soon. So obviously it'll be chilly out. Precipitation outlook also, we're going to be near to above average probability chance of us with precipitation. We do have some on the way next week. Here is your temperature trend though. It's going to be pretty nice today, warming up and warming up again, then starting to cool down and heading in the wrong direction. Then yeah, we kind of fall off a cliff a little bit with 30 degrees being the coldest temperature next week on Wednesday. We're not going to get above freezing, so winter seems to be arriving a little bit early here across the region. But today though, sunshine will be the overall theme. The weather is going to be perfect with 40 degrees by the noon hour, eventually hitting up to 45 degrees. Here is your futurecast. The isobars here, these black lines here, we want to draw your attention to. It's going to be shifting that wind out of the southwest, going northeast, and now we'll get a little bit more stacked together by the evening hours tonight. So we're going to see a little bit of the wind, nothing too major though. It is going to allow us to really warm things up a little bit, and it's going to help with warming things up today and also tomorrow. We will have a little bit of a wave of a system that will be tracking a little bit to our south and east a little bit. Might clip our southeastern counties a little bit, but nothing too major whatsoever. The weather though, I can't complain about it. It's going to be very nice coming up today and tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies, and the best word to describe it is beautiful. 45 degrees, southwesterly breeze, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight though, mostly clear skies and cool. Upper 20s to low 30s will be that low, a southwesterly breeze, 5 to 10 miles per hour. And mostly sunny skies, if you want to use another word to describe it, perfect. 52 degrees, southerly wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here is a look at that Northwoods Furniture 7-day forecast, a very Halloween festive 7-day forecast. In the next few days, though, not going to be half that bad. This is going to be our treat, at least from Halloween, because the actual Halloween is going to be more of a trick, because 52 degrees will be the high temperature on Saturday. Then look at next week. Yeah, 30s in the forecast. Rain and snow chances arrive on Tuesday. Slight chance on Wednesday. It's going to be very cold for this time of the year with 30 degrees. Only 33 on Halloween as it looks right now with snow chances. So it's definitely going to be more of a trick. So make sure to plan ahead though. Bundle the kids up. They will definitely need to bundle up. Marissa?
Thanks so much, Devin, though. I like the beautiful and perfect for the next couple days. That sounds great. Well, regional semifinals posed quite the challenge for many Northwoods teams last night. Newswatch 12's Maisie Vincent has all of our volleyball coverage in our morning sports report.
Howdy, howdy, hello, good morning. More than a dozen Northwoods teams fought for an appearance in a regional championship last night. And just like that, a quarter of the teams are left in the state. We start things on the Division I hardwood. 4th-seeded Merrill hosted conference foe DC Everest. The Jays beat the Evergreens twice during the season, and the blue and white made a statement early. Ellie Hartson, Therese Mrachik, and the attack is good. Merrill always one step ahead. Abby Dufferin saves one for DC, but Jordan Henrik with the sneaky tip kill. The Jays take this one 3-1. Merrill hosts Hudson on Saturday. Northland Pines stayed home for their second round matchup. Black River Falls traveled from Jackson County, and you just knew Jacqueline Smith was going to come out somewhere. The overpass gives Pines a chance, and that's what we all know she can do. 15-11 Pines. Now later in the set, Denny Anderson takes something off of this one. She plumps it right smack in the middle. Pines takes this one. They travel to Mawson for regional finals on Saturday. And top seed at 3 Lakes hoping for another sweep. They took the first 2 sets. Florence led 16-8 in the third, and this triple block right here comes up with the stuff for Molly Garunsik. Now the Bobcats looked like they were going to push a 4th set here, but 3 Lakes went on an 8-1 one. Gruzinski got another try from the left pin. She crushes it, And then match point here, 3 Lakes. Jays gets the chance to run the system, and Sarah Gruzinski gets the kill right here to end this baby. Jays playing the regional final on their home floor Saturday night. Well, 2 more major regional updates for you guys. Leona Wabino looking as strong as ever with a 3 straight win over Wasaki. 3 Lakes up next in the regional final for them. And then Mercer took down Northwood 25-18, 25-8, 25-9. The Tigers welcome 4th-seeded Bayfield in their regional championship. And guys, there are so many games to come up this weekend, so be sure to stick with us for all of the updates. I hope you have a wonderful Friday.
You too. Thanks so much, Maisie. Well, welcome to the 74th season of the National Basketball Association. The Bucks took their show on the road down south to face the Houston Rockets. And there's not a better way to start the year than a matchup that features the last 3 NBA MVPs. Russell Westbrook, the first to get the wheels turning, a strong drive all the way to the rim, 28-17 Rockets on top. And it was all Houston in the first half. A high pick and roll, and James Harden buries the triple. The Rockets led 66-50 at the break, but Milwaukee rallied back from 16 points down, all thanks to the most recent MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo. He posted a triple-double with 30 points, 13 rebounds, and 11 assists. The Bucks put this one away 117-111. And next up for Milwaukee, they will host Miami on Saturday. So really excited that the NBA is back. Well, coming up, we have some special guests from Catkins Animal Rescue in studio for this week's Homeward Bound. But first, Howard's in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with a recipe for a portobello steak sandwich.
Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers and Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio.
When we think of fresh veggies growing, we typically think of huge sunny fields loaded with rows of plants brimming with everything from ears of corn to vine-ripe tomatoes, because that's the norm. But a few years ago, I went to a mushroom farm and saw how mushrooms grew. Let me tell you, it was totally the opposite of what we were used to. They grow indoors in what looks like barracks, and rather than sunshine, it was dark, as in really dark. But the one story that stood out to me was the history of portobello mushrooms. You see, these start out as cremini mushrooms, and if the farmer didn't pick them fast enough, they would grow huge, and then they were considered almost inferior. But when their meaty goodness was discovered, they went from scraps to stardom. Believe it or not, it only took a few days to grow from this to this. And when we saute them, along with some onions and top them off with sliced provolone, just like a steak sandwich, get ready for some good eating. You see, the combo of the meaty mushrooms, the melted cheese, and the toasted French bread makes these irresistible. The recipe for our portobello steak sandwich is online now, so you can enjoy a fresh produce pick that's grown in the dark. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a different way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River.
Northwoods Accents, located in Mercer, features a wide variety of high-quality rustic and contemporary furniture, all made in Wisconsin. Complete your patio or deck with maintenance-free outdoor furniture. View our best craft living room sets. Denali throws and beddings to warm the chilly evenings. All products have year-round low prices with no sales pressure. The owner is available to assist you with any questions. Stop by Northwoods Accents, 5079 U.S. Highway 51 in Mercer.
Cost Cutters is here to help you look your best. Whatever hair you got, whatever hair you want. Experienced stylists you can trust for a price you can't beat. Cost Cutters, love your cut.
If something's important to you, wouldn't you wanna give those important somethings Culligan water? For Culligan can make water softer and cleaner. Culligan water makes green beans green beanier. Washers for dishes, washers for clothes, give the Culligan treatment to those.
Hi, I'm Dr. Justin Scher, DC with the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau. Are you one of the millions of people suffering with the symptoms of peripheral neuropathy? Your symptoms may include numbness and tingling in your feet or hands, difficulty sleeping from leg or foot discomfort, and debilitating balance problems. I have good news for you. You can now get relief with our breakthrough treatment method without the use of drugs or surgery. Our treatments help to heal damaged nerves that cause peripheral neuropathy. If left untreated, you may eventually end up with a walker or wheelchair. So don't delay. Call our office now to schedule an appointment to see if our treatment methods are right for you. We will do a painless neuropathy severity exam to determine the amount of nerve loss. If you qualify for our treatment, it can truly change your life. Start living your life pain-free. Call today.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Lakeland Sign and Graphics. Homeward Bound on Newswatch 12 today is sponsored by Paws and Claws.
And welcome back. This morning we get to meet a new furry friend for Homeward Bound, or two furry friends for this pet of the week.
That's right, and we are joined by Laura from Catkins Animal Rescue in Park Falls. Good morning to you, Laura.
Good morning.
And like Devin said, we're lucky enough to have both Bonanza and Cessna with us. So what can you tell us about these adorable little guys?
These guys are both about 6 months old. They are neutered males. They are both incredibly playful. I mean, being 6 months, we are full of energy.
Oh yes, puppy time.
Yes, and they're very, very smart too. So like right now I've got treats just to kind of keep them focused. Otherwise they like to explore, check things out, investigate, and just kind of learn about the world around them. So basically these guys would do really well with an active family, a family that has time to spend with them. Bonanza especially, it likes to check out the world with his mouth. So the more,
which means he's a chewer.
Yeah, he can be. Yes. He does really well. Like he's thinking about chewing on some of this paper over here.
Probably not the best idea.
He does really well if he's redirected.
Sure.
But a family that has time to spend exercising and training these guys is going to be really important for them. They are, like I said, very smart. They were part of a litter of 5, and they are the last 2 waiting for homes.
Okay.
And actually, one of the families that adopted one of their sisters thought it would be fun to do a DNA test. And so we do know that these guys are Beagle, Miniature Pinscher, and believe it or not, Cocker Spaniel mixes.
Oh.
At least according to their DNA test, along with a couple other little unknowns. But basically they're probably not going to get very large.
Okay.
We're thinking maybe like 35, 40 pounds when they're fully grown.
Sure.
And they're just going to have some really awesome traits because those are some really awesome breeds.
Those are wonderful breeds. Yeah, that sounds like a perfect combination, and like you said, just smart, full of energy, and really sweet too. I love these guys.
And soft, really
and so
soft.
Yeah, soft fur. Soft fur, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely kind of answered this question coming up also. So definitely an active family is definitely these dogs would be best for?
Yes, and they love to play. They're not playing with all their squeaky toys right now because it's not as much fun as treats. But a family that has lots of time to play, and they do enjoy splashing around in the kiddie pool. So if you like to do any outdoor adventures, that would be kind of ideal for either of them.
Sure. And I love also the names, you know, Bonanza and Cessna. And could you tell us where those names came about?
Yeah, absolutely. They were actually rescued, their whole family was rescued from a situation that was not great, and they were flown by volunteer pilots to get them to safety. And in honor of all the hard work that the pilots put in, we named them after different airplanes. And so both Cessna and Bonanza are types of airplanes.
That is too cool.
Yeah, just in honor of all the hard work that everyone put in to make sure that these guys got a shot at happy lives.
That's excellent. All right, Laura, so if people want some more information about how to get these guys, how can they go about doing that?
We have our website, which is www.catkinsrescue.org, and our adoption information is on the website. You can also find us on Facebook, or you can give us a call at 715-762-0122. And these guys can be visited in person. Starting November 1st, we will have expanded open hours. So we will finally be able to be open 5 days a week. We are very excited about
that's
that.
Wonderful.
And so all of those hours will be posted on our website, and there'll be lots of time to visit these guys and all the other dogs and cats we have looking for homes.
Fantastic. Well, as always, we love having you, and yeah, we really hope that they find homes soon. And yeah, they're just the sweetest. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, guys?
He's hanging with you.
Oh, there we go. There we go with the chewing. Uh-oh. Chewing the carpet.
Chewing the carpet.
Thanks so much, Laura.
You bet.
All right, so yeah, today would actually be a good day to maybe take the dogs out for a little bit of a run. It's a little cool out there this morning, but the sun is rising, and it's definitely a little on the chilly side this morning. Radar satellite right now, there's some clouds moving through across the region. Otherwise, actually, the clouds are away from us. They're in south and north of us right now. But otherwise, coming out today, just going to get a little on the breezy side today. That's really going to be about it. Once we have the southwest going northeast, it definitely won't be that bad of a day at all. Here's a look at your hour-by-hour forecast. Warming up to the middle of 40s coming up by 3 p.m. And here is your trivia question for the day. How much snow did we see last season? Here are your choices.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Cost Cutters Family Hair Salon.
Vince Lombardi once said, "Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence." Since 1945, the Brickners have chased perfection. Only a few Chrysler dealers have achieved the Customer First Award for Excellence, and 4 of them are right here in central Wisconsin. The Brickner Family Auto Group. During Ram Power Days, lease a new Ram Crew Cab for only $369 a month, with only $999 due at signing. At your favorite Brickner family dealership in Wausau, Merrill, Antigo, and Little Chicago, you can count on us.
And we're clear. Great show, guys. Tyler, have fun in California.
Thanks, Nick. I appreciate it.
You know, we should go get some gourmet popcorn from Minocqua Popcorn before he leaves.
Oh, that sounds great. I'll meet you guys there.
Sounds like fun. I'll have to check it out.
Where are those guys?
Hello?
Hey, Angela, where are you?
I'm at the Minocqua Popcorn in Eagle River. Where are you?
Oh, no, I'm in Minocqua.
If you're there and I'm here, where's Tyler?
Enter to win your own bucket of Minocqua popcorn at WJFW.com Birthday Club.
Slumberland's Customer Appreciation Sale. Saturday and Sunday, our best store-wide sale of the year. Get an extra 30% off our already low Slumberland price. Pass it on. 2 days only, just once a year. Our deepest discounts ever. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor. And did you know most Slumberland items can be in your home in a week? An extra 30% off our already low Slumberland price. Saturday and Sunday only. Pass it on. Slumberland Furniture.
Jen, Santa's elves are behind schedule. How can you help?
No need to fret. Wild Birds Unlimited will be a sure bet.
Santa and I were so happy with your unique and fun gifts last year, I'm back to choose more.
Edible nest boxes, novelty feeders, lighted decor, and of course our seed characters are back.
Wow, you've really outdone yourselves this year. Still offering free gift wrap?
Absolutely. Only at Wild Birds Unlimited across from Walmart in Red Mountain.
Bassett Jewelers and Engraving, downtown Minocqua. Your hometown full-service jeweler. All-occasion giftware, fine jewelry, repairs, and engraving.
Winter's coming. Fight back against rust and protect your investment with Rust Solutions underbody rust proofing for vehicles, trailers, and dump trucks. Call to make your appointment today.
Ease the burden for those you love with advanced funeral planning. Contact Mike Bolger or Jill Yelton, your certified pre-planning specialist at Bolger Funeral and Cremation Services of Minocqua and Woodruff.
Hi, I'm Dean Hoger with Miracle of Rhinelander. If you're struggling to hear your favorite news and entertainment shows, stop in and see me for a free hearing test.
And before we leave you this morning, a special birthday shout out to our Minocqua popcorn winner, Michelle Pecca from Antigo. Happy birthday, Michelle, and congratulations. You win a 1-gallon refillable bucket of gourmet popcorn from Minocqua Popcorn.
And here is your trivia forecast for today, excuse me. Any guesses, Marissa?
I know we had a lot. I don't know, was it 120?
It was actually 116,
okay.
So not too far off and definitely a lot. Here's a quick look at that 7-day forecast. It's going to be very nice today and tomorrow. Sunshine, highs in the low 50s. Snow arriving next week, so Marissa, not very fun weather on the way after this weekend.
No, but I think everyone's definitely going to enjoy today and tomorrow. And again, we want to thank Laura and Cessna and Bonanza for being here. Let's find homes for these guys. Everybody have a fantastic weekend. Take care.
Weather Watch 12, weather from where you live.
Good morning. California burning. New wildfires erupt all across the state. At least 50,000 forced to flee their homes. School and businesses shut down. And back east, a massive storm taking aim at millions up and down the coast this weekend. Breaking overnight, investigating itself. The Justice Department now opening a full-blown criminal investigation into its own Russia investigation. Straight ahead, is it a legitimate inquiry or the president's political revenge? Terminated. The Houston Astros fire a top executive accused of taunting female reporters in the locker room. The latest on the scandal that's taken the spotlight off the World Series. Those stories plus hostile crowd. Harvey Weinstein turns up at a public event in New York City and is confronted by multiple women.